Hey, I'm TK, and this is my original full-stack app called grubGlobe. This was built as a team project. I was the team lead, and I led a team of 4 software engineers to build this, as well as coding up some of the features. This is built on the MERN stack, so a NoSQL, MongoDB backend, React frontend, lots of JavaScript throughout. This app is meant to help you find exciting new recipes from around the world, actually help you go through the steps of cooking those recipes, as well as helping you track your gastronomical adventures. As I mentioned, I cooked up a few of the features here, including the favorites, as well as reviews. But the most exciting one that I'll talk about now is the 2 AI assistants powered by 2 different ChatGPT models. The first one lives here on the splash page. It is powered by the GPT 3.5 Turbo Chat Completions model. Now this model was a tenth the cost of the alternative at the time, and I picked it for a few reasons. This assistant is meant to help the user pick from the inventory of recipes that's on this website. So each request that we send in actually has a lot of context, all the recipe names in the inventory. So the requests are pretty large, the amount of tokens is high, so having a more cost-effective model was actually quite important. With this assistant too, the user is likely to ask follow-up questions, so being able to hold up a conversation thread was important. Is it healthy? This means, though, that, again, the prompts being sent in are larger and larger because they have older questions and answers going in. So by using this model, as well as by taking out some of the older questions and answers from the thread, I was able to both optimize cost, as well as keeping up a cohesive conversation. Now, one interesting consideration with this model is that, at least at the time, it was quite popular. So sometimes OpenAI would return a server overload error. To control for this, I built in some error handling, which makes it easy for the user to resubmit their question with one click, if that does actually happen. Cool. So the second assistant lives on a given recipe page. Let's take a look now. Let's try mint. Cool. So here we have the second assistant. This one is actually powered by the DaVinci model, which is a bit more expensive, but also faster and more reliable. It worked better for this use case because here we wanted to answer questions about this particular dish and this particular recipe. Use another sweetener. So the amount of context that we're sending in is going to be a lot smaller, so just for this recipe. So this model was just a better choice. Also importantly though, notice that I didn't have to say, hey, I'm talking about matcha yuzu. Based on which page this element renders on, it actually passes in that context into the request to the DaVinci model. And if we were to go on the Let's Get Cooking flow, we can actually ask a question. It'll know that we're talking about this particular step. Take a look. Cool. Yeah, so lots of other stuff going on in this project. Definitely take a look at documentation if you're interested, and let me know what you think. Thanks.